We've beat Chelsea, we've won the league, we've done all the stuff we expected to see tonight, and it was brilliant, wasn't it? It was absolutely brilliant. I absolutely loved it. Got Kopi with me, got Craig Hannan with me, and Kopi, look, lots being said about, how will we celebrate it, what will we do, what will it look like, what will it sound like. I thought it was perfect, I've got to be honest. I said the other day on a show, you can either talk about what it isn't, or you can talk about what it is, and I thought what it is was brilliant. That's a moment that we saw there on the telly in the pub together that we'll remember for the rest of our lives. And listen, we would have all loved to have been there. We would have all loved to have been in the stadium be rocking. We can do that next season.
100%, mate. I love that. We will do it next season. And do you know what? I've just been saying downstairs, I've often said this, we're very privileged. I feel very privileged to be a part of what you have done with the Anfield Wrap, and we get asked a lot what we think about all this, often for worldwide audiences. And I often say, and I said it again downstairs, no wonder everybody hates us. No wonder. Because this was meant to be the one where, all right, we win the league, but we get the asterisks. There's no asterisks going on here, is there? This is, when you're watching those lads lifting that trophy, you're watching Klopp, you're feeling what we've all felt. You're being a part of this. What more do you want? I've been thinking a lot about this, and those of us who get to go to the game, I've thought this for a long time now, there's only 50,000 worldwide supporters would have been in that stadium anyway, out of millions. So most people wouldn't have had that experience. A few of us would have been very, very privileged to have it. And everybody now shares the same thing, which is outside the stadium, however you're doing it, with your mates, with your family, watching it on telly. For me, it was brilliant. And I love the fact that because of the way it was done, it got dragged out for ages as well. So anyone else watching it will be even more furious about it, which is just great.
It was lovely though, wasn't it, Craig? It was like, you got to see them all go up one by one, getting the medals, getting to touch the trophy. I mean, Bobby Firmino's absolutely stole the show. I love that fella anyway. Yeah. And then he scored the goal, so he's ended the thing about didn't score at Anfield all season. He slotted a goal, nice goal as well. And then he walks up with shades on, coolest fella in the ground. And it's like, my son is very much, he loves FIFA, he loves players all around the world, he's consuming football in that way. And he said to me today, would you swap Firmino for Mbappe? And I was like, can't do it, lad.
No. We built this bond now with him that no matter what he does, that I think you're completely right. He was the one that stole the show. I would have hated to walk up after him. The only person would have been happy to be walking up after Firmino is Henderson, because he gets to give it the big fucking I am, which he did.
And he does the shuffle.
He teased us about the shuffle today. He put out the tweet, didn't he, saying that he wasn't sure whether it was going to happen. I was saying just inject him up, as if the way players talk about having to play through really serious pain. Just inject him up and get him to be able to do it. And I made up he was able to. And I think you're right. It's a feeling of contentment, isn't it? It's not this overwhelming feeling. I was a little bit overwhelmed sort of after the City-Chelsea game, just the trying to work out how I felt in that moment. But this time it was just zen.
Yeah,
zen
just
as
nice.
fuck. You know what I mean? Being able to watch it. And then even the moment that Henderson goes up, we're not in the stadium, and Paul's right what he said. Everyone around the world gets to watch this on the TV and have the same feeling that we all have had at exactly the same time. Wherever you are in the world, you've watched Jordan Henderson, and the hairs have stood up on the back of your neck and your arms, because that was a proper moment, and they've done an incredible job of how it looked, the light show, everything, making everything else look black. And I made up for the footballers more than anything. They get that moment, and I'm delighted for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and well said. And Kopi, the match itself. I mean, I've got to be honest, I've been sort of banging the drum to say, when you've won the league, it doesn't really matter what you do from then on in. And we were talking ourselves the other day, weren't we, where we were saying, you've seen a lot of Man United players saying, it's not printed on the back of your medal. It's not on the back of here saying how many points you got. No one's asked and all that. And I was totally behind that, but equally, I just thought, lads, I want you to turn it on tonight. I want you to beat them. Chelsea have been one of the form teams, post-resumption of football, if you like. They had something on the line as well in terms of Champions League qualification, so they would have been going for it for that reason. They would have been going for it because they don't like us anyway. You saw the mad tweet that they put out that they've subsequently deleted, by the way. But you know what I mean? There is that edge, there is that beef between us and Chelsea, whether us as older fans like that or not. It's there. We've got to recognise it. They play really well in patches. They score some nice goals. Liverpool will look at themselves over some of those goals. But ultimately, Liverpool won well, scored some great goals.